All right, so the last time I made a vlog, I actually had blonde hair, and that's how I know it was a really long time ago, and it ended like this. I'm restarting this up. I don't know how long I'm gonna do it for, but I was inspired to start it. I felt a pull, and so I just wanted to do it. So I'll be sharing a lot of kind of like the work I've been sharing on Instagram, trying to share. I can't keep up with social media anymore, but I'm gonna make this, at least for a while. So thanks for watching the whole video. Obviously that didn't go anywhere because I made that one video and then I haven't made a video since, and it's been, I think, like a couple of years. Anyways, so much in my life has changed since then. There is definitely one thing though that has not changed, that has remained a complete constant. And if you watch that video, you've probably picked up on it, but if you haven't, it'll become very obvious to you eventually, I think. This package is from a company called Camerette. They're out of Australia. Hands down, the best backpack I have ever owned for camera gear. If you are so sick of these oversized, masculine backpacks that are way too heavy and don't fit your body, and you want something actually cute and stylish, Camerette. I'm so excited for this. I've had my Camerette backpack. I got it for a gift like a year and a half ago, I think. And I have thrown that thing around. I've traveled all over the place with it. Literally my favorite backpack ever, and it still looks beautiful. It is like top tier quality. They're not paying me to say all this. I could talk about it all day long. Literally my favorite backpack, and so I ordered a few more. So I'm actually, today's Tuesday. On Saturday, I'm leaving to go to New York City. Best city in the world, don't argue with me. I have some work to do there. Also gonna shoot some content. I love shooting content in New York, if I'm being completely honest. I don't love shooting in California. I don't know. I just don't. But these backpacks come at the perfect time. I think I got a mini brown one. It's so cute. Look at this. It's like little pocket backpack. But isn't it so pretty? Like it's stylish. Let's see. Now, this one I think is just like my other one. Okay, so funny story about black. Black used to be my favorite color, but you know, the further I get away from COVID, and I always really wonder like if other people feel like this too. The further we get away from COVID, I kind of look back at that time period and I'm like, oh my God, all I wore was black, beige, brown, gray, and I'm trying really hard to get away from like leggings, athleisure, and black, because I was like, was I depressed for 5 years? Like, no, like there was definitely a tough time in that period. But anyways, the reason I bring that up is because this is a gorgeous, gorgeous black backpack. Black goes with everything. It is so sleek. And then the inside, I can fit so much in here, it's not even funny. And then you've also got the leather straps, so you're still stylish. And this has never hurt my back. Like I said, I've been using it for almost a year and a half now, I think. Never hurt my back. Oh my God, I'm so excited for this one. This is sleek. This one is, yeah, this one's going to New York with me. I think these two. These two are gonna go to New York on Friday. All right, so I recently started a new training program. It's kettlebells. I'm definitely up in my cardio. I'm not training for anything at the moment. I think at some point I would like to get back into running more competitively. Like I would like to PR in a half marathon, but I have no plans to do that as of right now. To be honest, this is the first time I've actually enjoyed a consistent training program in 5 years. So anyways, I will talk about some goals that I have with this program that I'm currently doing in a while, but the first step to this is doing what I'm on my way to do right now, which is something I have not done since 2022, and that is a DEXA scan. So basically what it is it's a full body scan. So we'll do a full body composition test, essentially, to get my body fat, my muscle, my bone density, water weight. It's just a very in-depth scan of where my body's at, so I can see how the training's affecting my body and the progress that I'm making. Because when you have numbers, when you measure, what's the old saying? What gets measured gets something. There's like a saying. I have no idea. Hi, I'm good. While you get situated. Okay. All right, so the scan is done. I will be back in probably 6 weeks. Probably not going to share the results on here until I get a second scan. So we'll see the difference between the first and the second scan. Or maybe I'll share the ones from 2022. I have no idea. Thanks again. Bye. All right, before I drive, I'm like so curious. Oh, I have gained 4 pounds of muscle since my last scan. So that's a huge win. And I'm just gonna go off of that. I'm gonna look at the rest of this when I get home. So the very first scan that I ever had was on May 23rd, 2018. And then I had a handful of them throughout 2019. I had 2 in 2020, and I think I had like 3 or 4 in 2021, and then 1 in 2022. Of all of those times, there was one point when I had the highest muscle mass, obviously, and then the lowest body fat. Basically, the goal is to get down to where I was with body fat and then to get up to where I was with muscle mass. And then from there, I'll set a new goal because obviously that's the only data that I have. And that was taken around a time, May of 2018. Not the fittest I've ever been. The fittest I've ever been was, I think, in summer of 2016. But I was still pretty fit in 2018. Not gonna say what that is right now, but I will share the difference because you follow along on these videos. The difference from where I'm at today versus where I'm at when I scan again. And then, I don't know, maybe down the road, I'll share what that starting number was. I'm keeping that close to the vest right now. To reach the goal, I'm literally doing nothing more than tracking my food and consistent exercise. Cardio and weights. Cardio and weights, track my food. That's it. All right, so pulled myself together this afternoon. I have some errands to run to get ready to go to New York. First stop is the seamstress. I'm into animal prints apparently. Like I told you, I was trying to wear less black these days. That would go with crazy prints. Anyways, I have to go to the seamstress because I'm short. And then it's gonna be a whole afternoon of editing. I think it's actually supposed to rain tonight, which I'm very excited about. The funny thing is, you know that saying like hindsight's 2020, right? So here I am looking back. I'm like, I had built an entire business for myself. I was a fully booked, basically a production marketing agency of one, and I was shooting and editing completely full time. Deep down inside, it took me a while to be just fully honest with myself. Deep down inside, there was something still missing. All right, thank you. Like, it's unrealistic to think that you're gonna love every single moment of every single thing that you do, especially when it comes to your work. But I do think that when you're in alignment with what you're doing, there's a sense of fulfillment there, and that sense of fulfillment when I would finish a job was just missing for me. That's really what it boiled down to. What I really wanted to do was I just wanted to make videos. I wanted to create things that I was inspired to make. And I just wanted to make what I wanted to make. But the problem is that, like, obviously that doesn't pay the bills. But I knew that if I could grow my social media, that I could. Welcome to the garage. So this is my garage. And this is the set that I built that you saw at the beginning of this video. I just wanted something like a little fun and vibey to have in the garage. So when we were during COVID, so like obviously I worked in fitness for a long time, and when COVID happened, I lost my entire business overnight. And so I was like, well, I'm gonna try and train people either on the beach, like, you know, at the very beginning, or I'll try and do it like in my garage, or anyway. So I went to the sporting goods store and I bought like all the rest of the fitness equipment that they have left. And then slowly, like, we'd accumulate one thing and then we'd accumulate the next. And then California was shut down for like a ridiculous amount of time compared to everywhere else in the United States. But we made it work. I ended up training everybody on the block in my neighborhood. So anyways, I just like slowly started accumulating more gear. And so that is how I came to have a gym in the garage, and I'm so spoiled now, and I will never not have a gym in my home. I have a gym membership and I don't even go. So anyways, so this morning I was talking about how the only thing I'm doing to reach my goal is weights and cardio. So this morning I did an hour and a half on the spin bike this morning, country music. Sometimes I do Peloton classes. I just literally turn it on for the fact that it like starts and it ends and I don't have to mess with the music. But I did an hour and a half this morning, low intensity. And then this evening, I'm gonna do my kettlebell workout, which I am on right now, week, I think 8 of 12. So the workout for today is 3 rounds of kettlebell cleans, then 3 rounds of 6 deadlifts, so that's gonna be heavy, 5 dead cleans, and then goblet squats, deadlift, staggered, side plank, goblet squat, and then a kettlebell swing complex. It is a super rare rainy day in Southern California. It doesn't rain here that often. It never thunders and lightnings, and we got all 3 today. Thunder, lightning, and rain. And I have enjoyed every minute of it. Sitting at my desk with the window open, listening to it. It's been amazing. All right, so I've been sitting here for the last 2 hours organizing all of my hard drives. I normally use one 4 terabyte SSD drive because it's nice and fast. But as files keep getting bigger and software keeps getting better, it's not as fast anymore. And I've had it for about 4 years, and I'm done with it. And I have another 2 terabyte, and then I ended up buying 2 other 4 terabyte SSDs. So for the last 4 months, I've been running off 3 different 4 terabyte SSDs, 1 2 terabyte SSD, and it's like I have been going so fast that I haven't had a second to stop, organize, backup. I keep a backup of everything, but like my archive files, I haven't had a chance to archive anything, and there's stuff on there that's like completely done, and I'm just like, you know what, we're done here. I just need to take the time, I need to organize it so I can move forward and not have everything be just the biggest chaotic mess. Also, cool hair, bro. Oh man, I did not expect to still be in my workout clothes at noon. Usually I shower and get ready, but I sat down to do one thing, and that's always the worst idea. I can never do that. Before I know it, it's like 5 o'clock and I'm still in my pajamas. So all right, so I'm set up for video 1, and I'll just give you like a quick rundown. So obviously this is like the little wall backdrop I've got the Godox panel light right up there. I absolutely love that light. And then right here, I really want to get a honeycomb grid for this, but I haven't been able to find the right size yet. But that's the Nan light. It is the Nan Light F560B. All right, so I just finished video 1. That took me like 55 minutes just to film it. And the reason I share that is because so often people are like, it would take me all day to film something like that. And the truth is if I'm doing something new, it usually, oh my God, it's so hot in here. If I'm doing something new, it usually takes me forever to do the first video. And it's always stressful and anxiety inducing, but I did it and it's done. And now we're gonna move on to the second one. So my goal for this one is to get it done in like 20 minutes. Also the script's a little shorter, so Anyways, I'm excited to see what y'all think about it. And that is a wrap. All of the content that I'm creating on this wall is meant to be like a content strategy or just kind of a mindset shift for people, just like nuggets of things to think about. And then I'm trying to put a thing at the end, like a reflective exercise or some sort of exercise that whoever watches it can go and do. What I really want to do with these videos is help people start to put their mind around like a creative development approach to content, as opposed to just trying to figure out like what they can make. And like I was saying earlier, going back to the vlog that I made 2 years ago, I knew if I could grow my social media that it could pay the bills. And I was watching plenty of people make tons of money just making what they love, and they were growing their socials, but I was really struggling to grow mine, and no one gave a shit about what I was posting. I couldn't get traction on anything. To be honest, in hindsight, no one gave a shit about my content, probably because I didn't give a shit about my content. I was pretty much creating watered down versions of stuff that was working for other people. People who had big partnerships and collaborations and big brand deals and big accounts, and it really, I appreciated the beautiful imagery and the style and aesthetics, but nothing ever felt like me, and nothing ever felt authentic to me. And to be honest, I just felt like I was completely just trying to keep up all the time. I didn't care what I was making. I was just like, let me try this, let me try that. I was over it, and it was exhausting. And that's why I ended up making that vlog. It was like a desperate attempt to just make something that felt like me. And it couldn't be any more me. It's literally just my story. Anyways, I want to keep talking about this vlog because I'm going somewhere with this story, but it is now 8:37 p.m. and I have to be at the train station in the morning at 9:15. So I'm gonna go pack. Story to be continued. All right, so I'm officially on my way to New York. I'm on the train from San Juan down to San Diego, and my flight is in a few hours. So going back to what I was talking about last night. So that vlog was like the one thing that felt like me. It was literally my story. And I had this sudden realization where I was like, I'm so burnt out and sick of creating the types of content that I've been creating, like basically copying other people. I'm like, why am I doing this? If I feel like this, there's probably a ton of other people who feel the exact same way. And I understand editing. I know how to use a camera. I understand videography. I know how to edit. Creative development, coming up with ideas is my thing. So the real question is, why was I following kind of the crowd in this content development world when I had all the tools at my disposal to create whatever I wanted to make? So I had kind of like hit a point in 2023 where I was like, enough's enough. I'm going to start making what I want to make, and things that make me feel fulfilled and happy and like excited and inspired. So like I said in my previous video, if you didn't pick it up, what I love is telling stories and making films, and creating vlogs like this is the easiest way for me to do that. And so much has changed in my life. Since I made that vlog, I got married. I grew my Instagram account to over 100,000 followers from an account that was declining prior to September, when I actually started putting stuff out there. And so I've worked with some of the biggest brands that I thought were like bucket list partnerships. I've worked with them, and I want to document all that, and I'm putting out courses now, and I'm starting to work on some short film documentary style stuff and just some bigger projects, stuff that I really want to be working on and that I'm very excited about. And so I want to document all that, so I'm starting a new vlog. I'm not going to say we'll see where this goes, because I'm going to start putting one out one a week. So thanks for watching this video all the way through, and I am going to take a nap now. See you next week.